one of the other speculative things I did. So of course, like these are the counterbalance to the GMEs of the world and the travel stocks I originally bought.
Yeah, this is
um,
great.
but but one of the other things that I was looking into when the whole GME thing, so I got like really into investing for a little while there,
Nice.
and and when the GME thing went, I was following like the Reddit forums and stuff like that as well, because they actually have a decent amount of interesting information on them. There's a lot of ridiculousness, but
Right, right.
so right after, like for the week after, um, week or so after GME went skyrocketed, then there's all this news on like mainstream media about these forums and stuff like that,
Like
about these
Reddit
Reddit
and stuff.
forums.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Wall Street Bets was a big one, but another one, like it was gaining a lot of traction, and like there were tons of new people on all these forums, and there's a ton of new investors that just started following them. So what would happen, I started noticing, you would get these posts that blew up during the day. There'd be a stock, they had like all the catchphrases, like there's due diligence on this, and they do a long essay about why it's really working. And then it becomes like a top post on all of Reddit. And the stock, like clockwork, jumped 10%
Wow.
every time. So if a stock made it to the uh top of Reddit for like a week after, it would 100% go at least 10%, maybe 15%. If it's like a penny stock, maybe more.
Wow.
But but it takes a while for the post to make it to the top, right? So what I did I followed the post. I got up at like when the market opened, like 6:30 here, and I would scroll through and sort by, instead of like the best posts, I would sort by the posts that were like rising or the new posts. And then when I saw one that was rising a lot, posted like 15 minutes ago, it has a ton of upvotes, then that was likely to go up a lot. So
That's
I threw in. I would look at those stocks. I would throw in a ton. I would, or not a ton. I would throw in a decent amount of money into them, and then it would shoot up 10%, and then I get out the next day. But that worked for like 4 days in a row, and I was like, I'm the smartest person ever, you know.
I made it.
but but obviously people caught on to it.
Right.
Um, and then a lot of algorithms, it seemingly started doing the same thing. And then like I think it was like the fifth day that it did that. I was like, okay, this has been a guaranteed 4 days in a row. There's no way. So I put like even more into one of them, and then it didn't go up. It went down. So it went, I think it went up. Well, the thing is, I wasn't, even though I caught it within the first like 20, 30 minutes, it already went up a whole lot.
Oh
So it
wow.
was up like 10% already. And then it um, corrected like the next day or something like that. And I didn't have enough money in uh, my Robinhood account to make it so I could day trade.
Yeah,
So
you need a certain dollar
you
amount
you
for that.
needed to be $25,000 to be able to day trade. So if I got
Gotcha.
into the stock, then I would have to
Wait a
wait a
day.
day to get out, which is one of the things that's nice about crypto, is you can just get in and get out.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, I made a lot of money there, and then I lost it most of those gains, I think. And I was like, okay, this is too good to be true. But it was definitely like something that was clearly happening and a clear pattern that. But as soon as there becomes a clear pattern, people catch on to it pretty quickly.
Yeah, 100%.
And now it's tough to follow a lot of these forums because even though they give good like insight, the reaction is so high after that insight that even if it's like really great analysis, the stock is probably went up like 10% that day because of this person's analysis. So
right.
I haven't been following them as much lately because it just seems like too many people are in that space, and I don't know. There's a lot of market manipulation in there as well.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how influential those platforms and those forums can be, right?
Yeah.
Let alone single celebrities just tweeting out what they,
Oh
just for
yeah, yeah,
fun.
yeah,
It can do a lot of damage. But yeah, it's cool that you caught on and were a part of the hype for a little bit, and it seems like at least you came out neutral, all things
yeah,
considered,
yeah.
somewhat
It was
unscathed.
fun. I
But
was able to learn a lot through like doing it. So that was cool.
yeah, and were there any key takeaways though at the end of the day from that you're going to be moving forward with?
It just takes a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah,
It takes a lot of time and effort to make like really good financial choices like that or to catch on to something like that. And if you, I don't know, it's kind of not worth the time at some point.
hmm
So it's definitely interesting, and I might get back into it a little bit when I have more free time or something like that. But I think if you're going to make risky investments, it seems like you really need to put a decent amount of time into looking into those investments. And then the times that I've like not put as much time into it and been like just from a friend or just from like something, a news
right.
article or something I see, then that's where a lot of times you get burned, I
Yeah.
think.
What are there certain platforms or when I say platforms, are there certain news hubs or places that you typically would look to first, maybe outside of like the Reddit forums that you would do your own due diligence on?
Yeah, so I I listen to a lot of like financial podcasts.